Hey there students, welcome back to yet another fun and exciting week of digital learning in civics. This week we're going to celebrate Armed Forces Day, and that's coming up on Saturday, May the 16th. So last week we were looking at Star Wars. I thought this week let's celebrate the real armed forces, and so every day this week we're going to take a look at just celebrating and recognizing each branch of the military. So Monday's theme is going to be the Army, and so you may hear something playing, of course, in the background every day as we go through this week. Now, for the content topic, we're still on the judicial branch, and this week's topic, Supreme Court, yet again. Right there we go. And so this week, the 11th through the 17th, notice that all of our assignments that are due, therefore, are due Sunday, May the 17th at 11:59 p.m. So those 4 assignments are here for you in a checklist, like we always have had, and that'll tell you what assignments will be graded fourth quarter, marked complete or not. And these are the 4 assignments right here. It'll tell you where you need to submit those to Canvas text box, a flip grid, and then back to Canvas text box with a thesis statement. I know you're going to be so excited to do that again. So back on our home page, the first thing I would recommend you do this week is to watch this video that you're watching. That's task number 1. Make sure that you're still clear on quarter 4 expectations. That's our document here in quality work. It's been hanging out there for a couple of weeks. And don't forget, if you haven't yet, you're running out of time to join our Remind. So there's our Remind code right there. Weekly discussion posts. So those are questions that are not required, totally optional. If you have any questions about school, grades, whatever, that may be good for everyone to know, post those there. Or you can always email me as an individual question. So let's take a look at these 4 assignments. The first one, I wanted to focus on a couple of Supreme Court cases that I thought were pretty significant for civics. If we were face-to-face in class, I could give you a rundown of the major cases that we study. And so I thought I would pull out just a couple to focus on. Last week, you watched an entire movie on Gideon versus Wainwright. This week, I want to focus on Tinker and Map. So the Gideon case was pretty significant because it guarantees a lawyer in every case. So it looked at Amendment 6, took the wording of Amendment 6, and said in every case, you're guaranteed a lawyer if you cannot afford one. So that's incredibly important in interpreting that amendment. For the Tinker versus Des Moines case, same thing. This is interpreting Amendment number 1. This is such a significant case. Now, the video is just 3 minutes long, but there are 3 questions here at the bottom that I want you guys to answer in a text box entry into Canvas. So if you'll take a look at that just to review and reiterate that, make it sink in into your brain one more time, because it's such a significant case when it comes to Amendment 1 and free speech. So that really shouldn't take you more than 15 minutes to do. So looking at our second assignment here, task 5, Map versus Ohio, that Supreme Court case video is a little bit longer. It's an 11-minute case. It's Hip Hugh's history video, and he's a little interesting as a character, but it's a really good description. Now, the case is really intriguing, a little weird too, and so I thought that that would help us look at the exclusionary rule. Like, what does it really mean about search and seizure? What are the exclusions? What things can be included in trials? So I have 4 questions here for you to answer about the Map versus Ohio case, another significant case about interpreting what Amendment 4 actually means. So the Map versus Ohio assignment might take you about 20 minutes. Then looking at the third assignment, which is task 6 here, I'm going to try something a little different. I'd like to do a flip grid. So what I'd like for you to do is to complete a digital gallery walk of the Supreme Court cases that we completed a while back, and to create a 2-minute or less flip grid video. So if you click on the Canvas assignment link, it goes through here for the flip grid. Okay, so let me explain the flip grid if you've never done that. We're going to do a digital gallery walk. Instead of posting these all, if we were in class, we would have made huge note cards and we would have posted them to create a wall of defense for your rights, which would be really cool. But anyway, we have to do this digitally. So this is our Supreme Court cases slides, Google Slides that we did, and I have put them all together, starting with, of course, the example one, but then I have, of course, others, whole bunches of them. And even if more than one person has done them, I've included every student who has done one individually and it was complete. So you're going to read through those. It's going to take a little bit of time to do that. So look through these, kind of look at the significance of the cases. We've got here several slides that are really great. If you have questions about any of them, of course, you're more than welcome to email me. But we have a lot of, don't be scared, there are 47. Some of these are duplicates. But we had at most 35, and I think we had somewhere between 25 cases that we can look through. And you're looking through for the 3 most important Supreme Court cases that protects the rights of citizens. So that in itself is going to take you a good bit of time. That may take you about 30 minutes, maybe 20 or 30 minutes to go through and really look at those and examine what your peers have done and read through those cases. Then, once you've done that, as you're going through, kind of make note of what cases you think are the most important, because you're going to pick the top 3. So after you look through those cases, you're going to click here for the flip grid. Now, if you've never done a flip grid before, it's pretty cool. You're going to make a video that your other classmates can see. So what I'd like for you to do, you can log in with Microsoft, because you have to log in with your school email. So once you do that, you would pick your account, of course. So you click on that. And it takes you directly to this Flipgrid site. And of course, the directions are here. Once again, if you wanted to see those slides, you could click on that one more time. These are the same directions that are in Canvas. I want to stress that you're not looking for the best researched or the best written cases. Some students may have written stuff better than others. That's not what I want you to pay attention to. I want you to look at which best protects your rights. Now, the quality submission part of this, you have to identify 3 cases very clearly and a reasoning behind that. So your video has to be clear and understandable. So you may want to practice once before submitting a final video, which you can do. So you scroll down right here and you click on the plus sign. It's moderated, which means I'm going to look at it before it's approved. So once you click on that, it's going to ask you to be able to access for the computer to access your camera and your microphone. I can't do that right now because I'm already using my camera to record this video. But what you'll get to do is you'll get to record your video and it'll replay it for you so you can see if that's something that you want to keep, and you keep that video, you submit it, and then you click complete, and then you're done. So you can absolutely go through that a couple of times. If you want to make any changes to it, you can before you upload. So give the Flipgrid a try. I'm excited to see what you guys do in the 3 cases that you think are the most significant in protecting the rights. And so our last assignment, the 4th assignment, is thesis writing yet again. This shouldn't take you very long, maybe 10 or 15 minutes. So the prompt is going to be here. You can click on the Canvas assignment link. Which Supreme Court case was the most significant ruling in protecting citizens' rights? So this is the same kind of theme that we're going with the digital gallery walk. Now what I want you to do is to identify the most significant. Those 3 cases can also help you in writing the opposition or an alternative when you're looking at which court case really is the best protector of your rights. So you can use one of the other 2 as your alternate. You could say, for example, while the Gideon case provides for a lawyer, the Furman case examines the death penalty because of these 3 reasons. So here's those gallery walk Google slides again. The first thing I'd like for you to do before you get too far into this is to go back to that practice thesis that you did a couple of weeks ago. Let me show you where that's at. So you can find that assignment here in Canvas. If you click on that, do you remember this one? Which amendment would be the most important for citizens accused of crimes in the criminal justice system? Amendments 4, 5, 6, or 8. If you'll go back to your assignment, you should be able to see the video feedback that I left every student who submitted one. If you can't see that or you have difficulty with that, please send me an email and let me know. I've never done video feedback in Canvas before, but I'm hoping it's going to be helpful. You guys did a great job. The main thing, the arguments were great. The main thing with any kind of feedback that I gave you was mainly on structure and how to restructure that complex split thesis. So after you've looked at the feedback from the first one that you did a couple of weeks ago on the criminal cases, then remember the complex split thesis formula. Although blank, which is your opposition, comma, your argument, because of X, Y, and Z, where X, Y, and Z are your 3 specific reasons why. And there's an example arguing the 5 freedoms of the First Amendment. And then, of course, you can always visit the thesis generator if that will help you out, where you can plug in your stuff there and help create your thesis. And then you can always just go back and rewrite that in the Canvas text box entry. So you're going to put that in the text box entry by May 17th at 11:59. So there we are. The thesis writing is your fourth and final assignment. Shouldn't take you too long to generate your thesis. And then, of course, there's my contact information. Want to wrap up with that. You can get in touch with me throughout the day from about 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. So I hope you guys have a wonderful week. If you have any questions, let me know.